Hey guys, it's Jason here from Head First. Today we're checking out this mod that I just completed to this 100-watt super lead. They don't make these anymore, right? So if you want to get a 100-watt super lead reissue, it's only the hand-wired amps that are available today. This is using the good old Marshall ST1 printed circuit board that's been in the amp since kind of the mid-70s. These are actually really great amps and really great candidates for a high gain mod like this. This is the Vortex mod that I've done a few times now. It is set up with 3 gain stages in the low input here, and that's kind of sounds like this. And it's 4 gain stages in the high. All right, let's talk about kind of how the amp's set up. You see, we've got a couple of switches here instead of the 4 jack inputs that were on the amp stock. I'll come back and talk about those in a second, but the way that the dials on the front here, the pots are set up, this is a preamp gain. This is now master volume, okay? And then the rest of this is just standard. On the rear of the amp, we have added a depth and a response pot. Response is overall negative feedback. Okay, so with the presence pot, the negative feedback response and the depth, you have full control over the characteristics of the power amp. We've also dropped in one of my Marshall reissue high voltage transparent effects loops in here. So the stock loops come out and a brand new loop's gone in. Those loops were designed to be a drop-in replacement, so there's no drilling required to fit into the existing Marshall footprint. There's also a return volume added to this. So the owner of this amp, hey Simon, up in New South Wales here in Australia, he can use the return on the effects loop with an external preamp and use this amp just as a power amp if he wanted to. And the return volume on the rear allows you to control the amp with the master volume. When the loop's engaged, you can also use that rear return volume as an overall global master for the amp, which makes it kind of pretty handy for playing at home, because the master volume on the front here, you crack that on and it's pretty loud straight out of the gate. The master volume is a push-pull arrangement and it gives 2 levels of compression. So we're in the high input here. I'll just demonstrate this real quick. Pulled out. Let's talk about these switches here, right? Because this is where there's quite a lot of variation in the amp actually. Down the bottom is a 3-way bright, and so far I've been playing with the bright off. Okay, I actually prefer the amp with the bright on. A bit more hair in the top end. So that's switched up, and you can immediately hear, right, there's a lot more kind of sizzle and bite in the top. We'll stick it all the way down. there's even more there. Now with this bright cap in place, this is the more aggressive side. We're really getting that kind of that modded Marshall clank, which I love, and I know most of you guys probably do as well. Top switch is a tight switch and it's been off the whole time. So when I turn this on, I'll just play again with it off and then I'll bring it in and you'll hear what it does. It's pretty obvious. Guys, thanks for tuning in and checking out this latest Marshall mod that I've completed. If you like these tones, you can get in contact with me, send me your Marshall, maybe we can fit you into the schedule. If you like these tones, you can also check out our range of amplifiers that we have, the Alta and the Evil Joe. This circuit is actually based on the Evil Joe amplifier, so these tones are in the same ballpark as that. Do check us out.